Hello and good evening. Tonight we are going to be talking about something a little more serious. And the reason why is because there has been some rumors swirling around at my place of employment that there might be some layoffs coming up in the future. So tonight, what I'd like to talk to you about is how you can process and deal with the emotional upheaval of layoffs when you are the one that's impacted. So let's go ahead and dive in. The emotional effects of being laid off are can span the spectrum. You have anxiety, shock and disbelief, irritability, anger, frustration, resistance, sadness, fear, loss of enjoyment or appreciation, feelings of worthlessness, loss of self esteem, and then you also have shame. Some of the physical reactions of being laid off include fatigue, headaches, weight loss or weight gain, sleep disturbance, upset stomach, muscle pain, and even nausea. But the good news is that there are some tips for coping with those ailments. Tip number one, maintain your supportive relationships. And this one actually really resonates with me because for a long time I saw myself as, as the rock in my own life. I was I kept everything together. I held it together. I didn't need anyone else. And the saying goes, no man is an island. And for when you're younger and when you have less experience, it's easy to fall into that mindset where you're you are everything is on your shoulders. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. Getting emotional support is like having someone give you a hand and lifting you up. Sure, you can get up on your own, but when somebody reaches down and gives you their hand and helps you up, you get up faster. You get up with feeling like you're supported, like you have others there willing to hold you up, that have your back. I mean, and that's so it's not so much that you can't survive on your own, it's that you're going to be three times stronger when you rely on people to help support you. Tip number two, take care of your body. And this is straightforward. This is the kind of advice that a doctor would give you, or anytime you experience anything that is out of the ordinary, you want to make sure that you are taking care of your body because humans have a tendency to let themselves go when their mind is wandering and working on other things and they're not able to focus. And so that's what makes it difficult. You want to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, you're getting exercise, you're getting sunshine, everything that your body needs, just the bare minimum. Because and the reason why is because it's the bare minimum that we often neglect when we're going through something emotionally, intense for our lives. Tip number three, write. This one is near and dear to my heart personally. I journal quite a bit, and I have found that being able to get my thoughts from my head out into the world is is expansive. It helps me open up about everything that I have going on in my life, and it also helps me see things that I otherwise wouldn't notice if I just kept them all in my head. So write down your ideas, your thoughts, your plans, your desires, your regrets, all of it. Just get it down on paper so that you have something to reflect on. And that's all it takes. If you want to set up a plan to do the reflection, that's fine too, but just make sure that you have that outlet to to get those feelings and emotions and thoughts outside of your head and into the world. Tip number four, keep a positive mental attitude. And I mean this one. I mean this one. Keep a positive mental attitude. What that means is when you wake up in the morning, Even if you don't feel like it, remind yourself that today's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a great day. I'm going to make something happen today. I'm going to make it happen today. That is keeping a positive attitude because especially during transition, we only go through a few transitions that are of this size in our life. So when we have them, we want to use that opportunity to bring our best selves there. You feel alive. You feel like anything is possible, both positive and negative. But keeping a positive mental attitude will help you capture the opportunities when they present themselves. And tip number 6, when to seek professional help. Now, again, this is another tip that is near and dear to my heart because, like I said, when I was younger, I was the rock. I was solid. It was all on me. I didn't need help ever. But the truth is, I often needed help. Even right now, looking back on my life, I can think of, multiple times when it would have been nice, it would have been beneficial, it would have been helpful, it would have gotten me out of my rut if I had had support or help. So this is a question that only you can answer. Only you can keep an eye on how you are doing. And if you feel like you are struggling a little too much and you don't have necessary support, please, please reach out, get some help, ask for help. There's no shame in asking for help. There's never any shame in asking for help. Not only is there never any shame, but there are people out there that want to help you. They're looking for their opportunity to give somebody a little assistance. I swear, those people are out there. You look at doctors and nurses and that sort of thing. They go into a profession with the understanding that they're going to be able to help people all the time. But not everybody has those opportunities. Some people go into an office job and they don't have a lot going on in their life, but they would love it if somebody needed assistance. And I'm just saying that from personal experience. There are people out there who want to help, and the only way they can get an opportunity to help is if there are other people who are willing to ask for help when they need it. It's not a it's not a condemnation of your character to need help once in a while. Think about a whole lifetime. Think about age 0 to 100 years old. You're telling me in from 0 to 100 years old, a person can live an entire lifetime and not once actually need some help? No, of course not. There's probably 20 to 30 different times in that person's life when they're probably going to need some help. There's absolutely nothing wrong, nothing shameful about needing help once in a while. So, there you have it. My 6 tips for how to emotionally deal with a layoff when the unfortunate news comes to you. I hope you will take my talk tonight to heart. And my call to action is to be prepared. You can never be too prepared. Make sure that you have your finances and your emotional house in order in case you ever face this time. But remember, we all go through it. Statistically, you are likely to be laid off 3 to 5 times at some point within your entire life. That's pretty much guaranteed that we're all going to face it. So since we're all going to face it, we might as well just go ahead and get good at it, right? That's my motto. Let's get good at it. Even the negative things, let's get good at it so that when it happens, we can attack it, we can make the best of it, we can look toward a brighter future. Thank you.